Let's go, baby. Welcome in, welcome in. In the last video, we taught you guys how to floor the final boss Chimaera of the Warlords Ruined Dungeon. As Grand Overture is kind of a sleeper exotic to use in DPS scenarios, although it has some really good burst damage capabilities. However, in this video, we are going to be moving from one heavy exotic to another. We got you guys another floor Chimaera guide in this video. And the exotic weapon of choice is going to be none other than the good old Leviathan's breath, the void exotic bow that hits like a freight train. And unlike Grand Overture, there is not really any setup needed outside of shooting the boss with the bow itself. By the way, if you do want to see the Grand Overture 2 floor guide that we did yesterday, I'll be leaving an end screen that you can click or tap if you're on mobile at the end of this video. And as always, I am joined by my two homies, Unknown Traveler and my boy Ian Evolution. The homies on the rise with his YouTube. I'll be leaving a link to Ian's channel in the description. I'll also be leaving a link to my homies over at Instant Gaming, whose sole purpose in this world is to save you money whenever you purchase games and or those games DLC. That link will be at the top of the description, and then just under it we'll have the G Fuel link in case you want to get yourself some G Fuel. Code Kree for 20% off at checkout. Now, real quick, let's actually go ahead and break down what makes the Levy so good and so useful in this type of scenario. First off, this boss has a pretty easy crit to hit, although the flinch can definitely throw you off. And sometimes it can be a little bit finicky, like if you shoot the boss's teeth, it won't count as a crit. And for this weapon, hitting consistent crits is very important. Now, its perk Leviathan's Sigh is going to create a really large concussive blast whenever the bow is fully drawn. That's very important, as you definitely want to fully draw this bow before you shoot it every single time during your damage phase. And its actual main perk, Big Game Hunter, really isn't that useful, at least for this specific scenario. That perk is mainly used for stunning unstoppable champions. Now, the reason why I said that hitting crits is very important for this weapon is because, unlike the Grand Overture, you are definitely going to need this weapon's catalyst done. The reason why you need the Levy's Breath catalyst is because the catalyst gives this weapon Archer's Tempo, which, if you don't know what Archer's Tempo does, is going to decrease your draw time after every precision hit, and the buff for it lasts 2 seconds, which is just enough for you to keep Archer's Tempo up the entire damage phase as long as you are consistently hitting crits. And yes, I was on Lunafaction boots for these damage phases, as Lunafactions definitely help out with the levies. And you can definitely feel when Lunas are on and when Lunas are off, even with the catalyst. Now, if you are going to attempt this 2 floor, I do not recommend you even try or waste your time if you do not have this weapon's catalyst. And unfortunately, this weapon's catalyst can take a bit of time to get it up. Honestly, the best spot to finish this weapon's catalyst is the first mission of the Shadowkeep campaign. Otherwise, bro, you're going to be wasting rally banners over at Shirochi. So assuming that all 3 of you guys do have this weapon's catalyst done and ready to go, let us proceed further with the video and the 2 floor guide. We'll start off with useful artifact mods to use, which is going to be Torch. While Radiant, deal increased weapon damage to combatants affected by strand and stasis debuffs. And yes, this does work while you are in a Well of Radiance. Put on a Chill Clip Riptide, or proc Unraveling Orbs and use something like the Scatter Signal. Shoot the boss right as damage starts. This will give your levies 5% more damage. And yes, use Triple Void Surge. But really, outside of Torch, there's nothing in the artifact mod that's going to actually help you juice your damage. At least for this bow, because we don't need Argent Ordnance here since we're using an exotic bow. Like the Grand Overture video, you are definitely going to want to get 4 totems worth of damage, as if you cleanse 4 totems, you will have 20 seconds to deal damage to the boss. And to try and help alleviate the annoyance of the immune scorn that you have to put your deadly debuff onto, I would recommend having a blinding GL. This makes it way easier to melee these guys, get your debuff off of you, and not have these sons of guns melee you back instantly. Screw that hodgepodge trash. We don't want that junk. Put on a blinding GL, make your life easier. Trust your boy K-Ree. I'm spinning some facts to you, homie. Now, luckily, with levies, we don't have to like do any major setup like with Grand Overture, in which you had to set up a full ×20 volley of mini rocket missiles before the damage phase even starts, which could definitely chew through your heavy ammo. With levies, we're really just going to want to try and ensure that we are hitting our crits. So for the first floor where you're going to do damage, I actually recommend that you don't even do damage on the actual first floor like you would normally. Instead, when all of you guys have cleansed your 4 totems, you got your debuffs off you, just go ahead and jump up to the second level a little bit early, use the blights, and deal damage from the second floor for your first damage phase, as this will alleviate some of the annoying scions constantly attacking you while you're in your well trying to shoot your bow and have those precision shots be hitting. Yes, the boss will still aim at you, and if you're standing close to the edge, the scions from down below can still shoot at you, but as long as you just stand a little bit further back, the only source of incoming damage that you're gonna have to worry about flinching you is the boss itself, which is way easier than having a bunch of scions hit you at the same time as well. Just trust me on this one. Do your first damage phase up on the second floor. The second floor is no different, although you don't need to jump up to the third floor in order to do damage here if you don't want to. We just did our second damage phase on the second floor as well, and it was a little bit scuffed, but we still were able to get it done. Our first damage phase on our 2 floor, I got completely screwed and had no surges. Yeah, my teammates were like, oh yeah, Radiant Light, Powerful Friends. What's that mod? I ain't running that on my helmet. It's fine, bro. We still got it. We still got the cook in there. You know what I'm saying? We 3 chefs in the kitchen. Straight up cooking. No tickets on hold. Absolute serving a feast of good damage for everybody. Now, our fire team composition is the same as the Grand Overture video. 1 Warlock, 2 Hunters. Me being the Warlock, you already know. Well of Radiance, duh. And Lunafaction boots. My boy Ian running the good old Gathering Storm stripper pole. And our boy Unknown was on Blade Barrage. He put on Blade Barrage because he was having a little trouble hitting the boss's crit. Although you could totally get away with using Celestial Golden Gun. And then I do recommend making use of Revitalizing Blast. Probably should have said that earlier when I was talking about artifact mods to use. Oops. Hey, cut me some slack, bro. It's like 2 in the morning. Your Solar Warlock and your Solar Hunter should just have a little bit of coordination and taking turns throwing a solar ability at the boss in order to apply the debuff. However, do keep in mind that whenever you do go to throw a grenade or use your melee, that will cause your archer's tempo to fall off of your levy's breath, which means you'll have a pretty slow draw time after you use one of your 2 solar abilities to debuff the boss. Just a fair heads up on that. Outside of all that though, as long as you're hitting your crits, getting all your supers and heavy refilled before the next damage phase, you will be able to 2-floor this boss. Let me know which heavy exotic you like to use in order to cook this boss if you do use exotic heavies against this boss, whether it's Grand Overture or Levy's Breath. I'm going to go ahead and end off the commentary and then play our full 2-floor kill on Chimaera with the Levy's Breath, as I know some people do like to hear our banter. Make sure to check out Ian's channel. It'll be linked in the description. Y'all be safe, take care. I'll see your faces tomorrow, baby.
Read my boy. Where's the rift?
I won't have one. Check those captains though.
Even if I refresh?
Come on.
Dude, the boss is literally railing me, and it's not essential at this point.
Oh, they didn't give it to me. Four,
well at
3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh, you guys don't have Radiant or any of the...
Nah, I'm running orb creation mods, sorry.
Yeah, I have 0 surges. Wow.
It's actually better damage. It's better damage. Dude, why the fuck am I dying? Someone pick me up. I wish I could cut that out of the video. I hate how long we're taking this second plate. Alright, let's go. We are going. This is your third time saying we're going.
Should be Gucci. I'm just gonna pick your orbs up before damage here. No surges. Unknown. I'm gonna hold it for... help.
I'm chilling, I'm chilling, I'm chilling, I'm chilling. Got it.
Dude, this might get a little dicey for me. Might need to pick up my res. That's damage. Oh my god. Throws off your tempo if you miss a crit.
No way.
That's holy
Nice
shit.
job.
We actually did that.
Ripped on me.
Alright, since I
Debuff.
I got second debuff.
I'm killing ice because I'm out of ammo.
Second debuff out. It's almost gone. Nice.
Yay, good job fellas, you carried. Or did you?
Ian's
I
favorite
honestly
part of the
don't
video.
know.
Time to ego the damage.
I wasn't expecting
That's real
that
though.
to-
You're about to see it too.
Or at least that run.
I honestly wasn't expecting it either, but we fucking did it. I
You
even
two flirted with
scuffed-
levies?
Yeah, on
Yep.
a run that really shouldn't have been. But it, I mean, hey.
Wow. I